You can fix that in Photoshop later, right? You guys need to stop asking this question at weddings. It's not usually the bride asking. I mean, yeah, she asks sometimes, but it's usually like the family or the bridal party or wedding guests. It's at every single wedding. I don't care whose wedding. Somebody asked me that question. And sometimes I'm asked that question 10 to 15, 20 times per wedding. You can fix that in Photoshop, right? And I'm like looking at them like, I just want to look at them and be like, or, I don't know. But I can't. I just laugh with them and go, and I just move on. Because I'm just like, the question is just kind of stupid. I mean, yeah, I can Photoshop it. I'm a photographer. Photoshop is kind of part of the job. It's kind of our vocabulary, you know? Yes, I can fix it in Photoshop. Do I want to fix it in Photoshop? No, I don't. If your mother decided to wear a sleeveless dress and she hasn't seen the gym in 20 years and her bird flappers are flapping and sometimes, they flapping a lot, that's not my problem. I didn't choose a sleeveless dress. I didn't choose a strapless dress. I didn't choose any of that. You did. So what makes you think that I should Photoshop it for you? I mean, what makes you think that I should be doing that for you? 20 to 40 hours of Photoshop work to fix something because you wore something that didn't look good on you or that you were uncomfortable in. Why would you do that? What makes you think that I have all the time in the world to sit here and Photoshop, say 500-600 photos because you're in them all, and what makes you think that I have all the time in the world to sit here and do this? It is time consuming. It is not just a little click and done. It's not like a zit like I have. It's not something simple where you just click done, move on to the next. Photoshopping bird wing, it is a process. It is a long process. Making you thinner, that's a process. Getting rid of fat rolls, that is a process. If you don't like the way that you look in the dress, don't wear it. Another thing that drives me crazy is we're in a spot and there's garbage and they're like, you can Photoshop that out, right? You can remove that, right? Well, why wouldn't we just freaking remove it right there on the spot? I mean, we're right here. Why wouldn't we just remove the garbage can or the garbage that's on the ground? Why wouldn't we just move it out of the way so we don't have to do it later? That doesn't make any sense. Or I get asked, can you add so-and-so into the picture because they went to the bathroom and they missed the photo? Well, my contract says that if somebody missed the photo, I mean, that's not my problem. It really isn't. Your wedding guests, your family should be staying, in the spot that you told them to stay. So if I have to Photoshop somebody into a photo, money talks. Money talks. I have a life. I don't have all the time in the world to sit here and spend 100 hours on your wedding Photoshopping every single photo because you don't like your arms or your mom doesn't like your arms or you want to look more tan or your waistline is not small enough or whatever it may be. And I get these requests from, wedding guests too. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry that you didn't like the color of your hair or that you dyed it the wrong color. It's not my freaking problem. Like, I'm sorry that you didn't like your red dye job. I can't sit here and Photoshop you back into brown hair for free. Stop asking the freaking question if I can fix it in Photoshop. If you're really serious about me fixing something in Photoshop, you ask, how much will it cost to have that fixed in Photoshop? That's the question to ask. How much would it cost to have X item fixed in Photoshop? I'd like to know. Don't just assume that I'm going to do it for free. Come on. freaking ridiculous. You think I'd go to your job and ask you to do something for free? Would you? I mean, would you do it for free? If I went to your job and asked you to do it for free? Probably not. Stop asking the question.